Hi, I'm Eric.
And I'm Caitlin.
And we work for Crystal Cove Conservancy, the nonprofit partner of Crystal Cove State Park. We're standing here right above the North Beach Cottages in Crystal Cove State Park's historic district because we need your help.
Crystal Cove State Park is located right on the coast in Orange County, along with 3.2 miles of coastline, 2,400 acres of backcountry, and an offshore marine protected area. It is also one-of-a-kind historic district that we're in right now, which is made up of 46 beachside cottages, which are located right on the water's edge.
The cottages at Crystal Cove's historic district have a really rich history, dating back to the 1900s. The first people to really start coming here were the Hollywood film crews, who were looking for a place to film tropical movies set in the South Seas. The earliest cottages were built to host movie crews while they were here filming.
Soon afterwards, tent campers began coming to Crystal Cove to stay on the beach all summer. Many of these tent campers wanted to extend their stay, so in the 1920s, they began building cottages that they could live in year-round. These cottages were all unique, built without any plans at all in what we call vernacular style of architecture. Many of them were made from kits that the owners ordered from stores like Sears or built from materials that they found on the beach. The cottage owners formed their own unique community here at Crystal Cove. One favorite saying was that Crystal Cove every night was Saturday night and Saturday night was New Year's Eve.
By the 1950s, there were 46 beach cottages in Crystal Cove's community. The Irvine Company, which owned the land, finally realized that there was a whole community of people living on their land without their permission. They sent out a letter restricting the inhabitants from constructing additional cottages and prohibited them from changing or adding anything to the currently existing cottages. Because of this, the historic vernacular architecture style of the cottages was well preserved.
The Irvine Company sold Crystal Cove to the California State Park System in 1979. Soon afterwards, Crystal Cove's historic district was placed on the National Register of Historic Places. The Crystal Cove beach cottages are recognized as the last remaining example of what beach communities used to look like along California's coast. Over time, the cottages did start to become damaged due to environmental factors and just age.
Today, our organization has helped raise money to restore about 2/3 of the cottages. Most of the restored cottages have now been turned into low-cost overnight rentals where families can come and stay a mere feet from the water's edge.
That is, all except the 17 cottages behind us, which are located in an area called the North Beach. We've saved these cottages for last because their location makes them really difficult to restore. These North Beach cottages are right between the cliffs and the ocean. So there's an eroding hillside behind them and the ocean lapping at their front porch.
And that's where we need your help. We want to restore the cottages, not just so that they are protected for today, but so that they can last well into the future. This will allow us to protect this historic treasure and create even more places for families to stay and enjoy a low-cost vacation, even as our oceans continue to rise and big storms become more common. Coming up with the best way to protect the North Beach cottages is going to require you to solve some very big environmental problems. By stepping into the shoes of environmental and civil engineers, you can help us by predicting how the environmental conditions will change in the future. You can also help us by designing and testing new approaches to infrastructure to keep the cottages safe, all while preserving beach access and reducing the impact on the environment.
As you get started, you'll want to build an understanding of how the coastal environment at Crystal Cove State Park might affect the cottages today, as well as start exploring how that coastal environment could change in the future due to sea level rise and climate change. Afterwards, you'll be able to pick a specific problem to solve related to the infrastructure here on the North Beach and design and test a solution to that problem.
Thanks for your help. We couldn't do this without you.
We look forward to seeing you in the park and working more with you on this project.